If your dry cleaning route business isn't growing, it's not the economy, it's not your competition, and it's not that you might be constipated. Most owners want more route customers, but they won't fix the mindset that's blocking it, okay? If your dry cleaner revenue is flat, it's not marketing. It's operator weakness, which is you. You're the weak link. You are responsible for everything in your dry cleaning business if you're the owner, okay? You're responsible for the success and you're responsible for screwing up. It's all on you. It's not the economy. It's not your competition. It's not anything outside of this brain, okay? You get this brain together, you can accomplish anything you want in your business and in life. Hi, I'm Greg Colosi. From 1996 to 2017, I built and ran a route-only dry cleaner route business, okay? Route only. I had no plant, just routes. I got my first 300 customers knocking on doors. In 2017, I sold the business. I wrote a book called, where is my book? Oh, there it is. How to Get Route Customers Without Knocking on Doors. That's an author's copy. That's why that goes through there. And I'll put a link in the bottom. You can pick it up at Amazon, okay? So I wrote this book quite a while ago, and there's a lot of very valuable information in here. A direct response playbook built specifically for the dry cleaner route module. That's what I do. Direct response. You put out an advertising, you get people to sign up. If they don't sign up, guess what? Your advertising is wrong or you don't have it out to the right market, okay? For example, you know where your successful route is right now, okay? It's probably in the uppity side of town. So if you were to advertise or do a number of things advertising-wise, in the blue-collar side of town, you're not going to get any business no matter what you do. You can have the most incredible advertising. It won't work because you're going after the wrong market, okay? So you want to mail to, advertise to, however you get to them, do a bag drop to, do flyers to, those customers that are around your successful routes in that uppity part of town, okay? That's what you want to focus in on. That's who your customers are. And if you don't know this, go check right now. We'll probably have a strategy on this. By the way, this is strategy number 1. And that is the strategy. It's called the 80-20 rule. I'm guessing if you look at your route customers are probably giving you 80% of your business, okay? Not your whole business, but why don't you do your whole company, okay? Do your whole company, and you're going to find out that 20% of them give you 80% of your business. And if you've got routes, most of those customers are probably on the routes. And if they're not, they should be on the route. Why should they be on the route? Because if your customer is offered free pickup, free delivery from another cleaner in your area, and they don't know that you offer it, guess what? They're going to take it. Okay, so it's important to let everyone know. Even all your counter customers know that you have a route business. Okay, everything I teach you about the dry cleaning route marketing business is from testing. It's not theory. Today's revenue problem. Your route customer acquisition stalls because your operator mindset is weak. If that's uncomfortable, good. You got some things to work on. Okay, except you are in the problem business. If you are in business, you know this, okay? It's problem solving. A business owner solves problems all day long. That's what your business is about, solving problems. So if you get all freaked out because a problem happens, okay, that's a very weak mindset. Usually problems are opportunities for a greater benefit. So you should embrace your problems. If this doesn't make any sense to you, stop watching this video. You're never going to get it, okay? That's the proper mindset. If you're always looking at the negative side of something, you are never gonna make it. Never. You got to see a challenge. I don't like to use the word problem. See a word challenge, and you've got to figure out, okay, how can I get through this? Because that's what we do. We only handle problems. That's what we do all day long. Ask any business owner. And if you're nodding your head up and down, I got you. If you don't understand it, either find out or get out of business. Okay? It's that simple. You got misstops, driver issues, okay? Customer complaints, tight margins. A weak operator reacts emotionally. Oh my gosh, oh my goodness, I'm always... Problems happen in threes. That's bullshit, okay? A real operator fixes and improves the system. It's the system's. It's your fault no matter what. It's nobody else's fault. It's your fault. If things happen and if things don't happen, it's your fault. Both ways. It happens, your fault. If it doesn't happen, it's your fault, okay? Strong dry cleaning marketing for your route only works when discipline is in place. Your route customer acquisition improves when systems, not emotions, run the route. Stop acting surprised by resistance. Customers push back, competitors copy, okay? I mean, that happens all the time. Routes churn. The normal in a dry cleaning, this is normal in a dry cleaning operation. Weak operators blame the market, okay? Are you a weak operator? I hope you're not, because if you think you are weak, you better get strong or get out of business. I already said that. Strong operators adjust pricing, they adjust their scripts, and they follow up. That's how you increase your dry cleaner revenue. That's how real dry cleaner route marketing compounds. Failure builds route strength. I knocked on doors for my first 300 customers. I heard no constantly. That rejection built sales muscle. No's do not bother me anymore. Because you know why? I know I've got the best service in town. And if they don't take it, now, if they don't do any dry cleaning, that's not really a no, okay? First question I ask when I knocked on doors is, I didn't even say hi. I said, do you do any dry cleaning? You want to catch them off guard, okay? I'm not saying you should knock on doors, but it is a great way to do it. And I'm probably going to do a video on that. But I've got systems. I knocked on doors, for about, how did I do that? About 6 months and got 300 customers. Then I got tired of it and I started automating my marketing. And we're going to talk about that in this series and on my newsletter. I'm going to talk about it a little bit later, okay? Every mistake that I made refined my route customer acquisition system. Every test strengthened my dry cleaner route marketing. If you're afraid to test, your dry cleaner route business will stay small. And if you get my book and or watch enough of these videos and get my newsletter, you're going to find out why. Let me give you an example of testing. I've got this system that I use. It's called bag drops or bag drop marketing. In 2007, early 2007, I tested this, okay? So here's what I do. I wrote a sales letter, because I've written sales letters in past businesses. And actually, I wrote copy for a living for 2 or 3 years. So I know how to get people to buy from writing something. So I wrote a 4-page sales letter, And don't go 4 pages is too much. If you don't know anything about direct marketing, you're wrong. Okay, you write till you're done telling the story. So anyway, I wrote 4-page sales letter. I put it in a clear plastic Ziploc pouch. I took a garment bag, a real garment bag, okay, from your store. I used a bright one when I do the marketing. It's a little bit different than my regular one, okay? My regular one was navy blue, and the marketing one was orange, okay? So the reason I did that, somebody drives down the street, they see an orange bag on everyone's door. They're going to say, gee, I wonder if there's one on my door. Okay, that's why I did it that way. So I would I'd start out dropping 50 bags, okay? And then I would test the results. Now, when you write a sales letter, I'm not going to ask you to write one, but some people do, okay? The headline is very important, and also the offer. So you've got to test different headlines and different offers, okay? So I tested a bunch of different headlines and a bunch of different offers. I don't want to get into one of these ones. I'll get into all the details, but it took me about 3 months, maybe longer, to get it so it worked, that it was acceptable, that the cost per customer was about 50 or 60 bucks back then, okay? It's probably a little bit more now because the rates are up. So let's say even 70 or 80 bucks to acquire a route customer. I'm not going to get into if that's worth it or not, but it's very worth it, okay? Very, very worth it. Some routes are being sold at 1 times their sales, okay? So if you got 100 customers doing $1,000 a year for simplicity, that means each customer is $1,000. So even if you paid half of that, $500, that's a good price, okay? So anyway, yeah, over the course of a year, yeah, $1,000 is, that's a little bit more than that, but you get the gist of it, okay? So $500 to $1,000 people are paying for a route customer. You're able to get it for 70, 80, 90 bucks. That's a deal, okay? That's a deal. So that's what testing is all about. If you decide to get involved with my actual program, you're going to get this letter that everybody uses, okay? But there's enough here to get a bunch of customers without that, okay? Okay, systems create predictable route growth. Hustle builds initial stops, okay? Systems build scalable dry cleaner revenue. Follow-up sequences, conversion scripts, route density strategy. That's structured route customer acquisition, okay? You do it on purpose. You just don't say, oh, I got a route customer on the other side of town. No. You got a couple here, a couple there. We call that a Mickey Mouse route, okay? That's no good. You've got to have very concentrated routes. You got to have minimum 10% of the houses in that route, and you probably can get 20, 25% of those houses in the right side of town, okay? If growth depends on your daily energy, you built a job, okay? Not a dry cleaning route business. Inside my paid newsletter, I go into this deep. Complete dry cleaner route marketing frameworks, proven route customer acquisition scripts, pricing sheets, route density templates, follow-up sequences, swipe files built specifically for the dry cleaning route business model. YouTube is surface level. The newsletter is for serious operators. And if you want predictable dry cleaner revenue, that's where this almost full system lives, okay? A dry cleaner route business is a system, not emotion. Weak thinking kills route customer acquisition. Systems increase your dry cleaning revenue. Tested dry cleaner route marketing beats random tactics. Operator mindset determines route growth. Competition is real. Margins are tight. Weak operators get squeezed. Smart operators adapt. If your dry cleaner route business isn't scaling, fix your discipline first. Fix your systems. Strengthen your dry cleaner route marketing. And if you're serious about growing your dry cleaning business, and if you've gone this far, you probably are, The link to my newsletter is below in the description. Hey, go make it a great day. Go make it a great day. And remember, for every problem or setback, there is a seed for an equivalent or greater benefit. Okay? Go make it happen. Bye-bye.